If this 2020 Minnesota Vikings season is indeed off the rails, the number one mission for the rest of the way is to clear the bench, get these young kids involved, and get them as much playing time as possible, despite what current head coach Mike Zimmer wants to do, because coaches are generally extremely conservative. Ties always go to the veterans. Even when the young players perform better, they always put the veterans out there. So enough. Mike Zimmer needs to be overruled and overrided here, and the young kids do need to play, because you had a historic 15 player draft class, the most in NFL history. This team is the youngest in the NFL. And if you're ownership, you're looking towards the future, and you have to go to Zim and be like, hey, play the young kids who could be part of this team going forward, or you're fired. Straight up. It is that simple. Because remember, Zimmer was the genius who refused to give Jefferson the real time of day until week 3. And now, yeah, sure, you could say, well, Kubiak is the offense coordinator, sure. But also, if you're the head coach, you would ostensibly think that you're the head coach of the entire team. So you could go to Kubiak and like, hey, number 18, the super talented guy, the dude who could put up some offense because our offense is struggling the first 2 weeks. Yeah, play him. You don't think Zimmer could do that? And if Zimmer can't do that, then we have to question Zimmer's authority, right? Also, Zimmer, 2015, was also the genius who allowed Stephon Diggs to be a healthy scratch for the first 3 games. 3. Cool. All right, so Zimmer does seem to have this blind spot when it comes to playing rookies. Like, it is a cliche for a reason. Like, rookies got to earn their stripes. They're not ready. Well, get them ready. Whose job is it to get them ready then? Or why are you just so dedicated and obtuse when it comes to, hey, these veteran guys are definitely below average, but below average is better than what could be behind door number 2. Now, I know people are already putting in well, what about Pat Elflein and Drew Samia? What about it? What about Ezra Cleveland and Drew Samia? What about Ezra Cleveland over Pat Elflein? What about all of that? As well as as the season spirals into a mess, what is the point of playing those precious veterans who could be cap casualties anyways, who are not going to be part of the long-term future of this team? What is the point of just trotting them out there and not playing the young kids that could be part of the future? You play the veterans, you go 4-12, then what? Then you potentially get fired, and then you have 0 tape and 0 experience for these young guys. It's completely ass backwards, and I don't understand it. And if Zimmer doesn't buy in, he's got to go. All right, so bench Dakota Dozier, first and foremost. So Dennison, if you disagree, you're fired. Kubiak, if you disagree, come on, Coobs, come on. All right, so bench Dakota Dozier, play 7th-round pick, the pride of Washburn, go Ichabods, Kyle Big Hinton, get him in there, see what he can do. Bench Jaleel Johnson, start James Lynch, full-time. Bench Kirk Cousins, yeah, I said it. Yeah, not only because of his performance, but also because of his 2022 $35 million base salary is injury guaranteed. So take that off the table. You want all options out there. Bam. And then play Jake Browning or Nate Stanley. I don't think that Browning or Stanley are any great shakes. I think that the Vikings' long history of not drafting a mid-round quarterback or a high draft pick quarterback for the future is coming home to roost. So, I don't think Browning or Stanley are the bee's knees, but find out. You may as well find out. Also, bench Anthony Harris. Trade Anthony Harris. Play Josh Metellus, even though, Metellus is whatever. Like, he didn't even make the initial 53 roster. Who cares? Play him. Bench Rudy. Start Irv Smith. That's for show. Trade Riley Reif. Start Ezra Cleveland at left tackle. Plug Oli Udoh in at right guard. And try to get as much experience possible for these young guys that could be part of the future Vikings offensive line. Otherwise, why'd you draft him? Otherwise, why'd you do that? Because Riley Reif won't be here beyond this season. Dakota Dozier damn sure won't be here beyond this season. What is the point? So what would be the point? Also, never let Chad Beebe see the field again. Like, stop trying to make Chad Beebe happen. Ain't happening. So play KJ Osborne when he gets back. Hell, re-sign Courtney Davis and get him out there. Man. Also, bench Dan Bailey and play Chase McLaughlin. I mean, you have a kicker on the practice squad as supposedly as insurance for Dan Bailey. Well, since Dan Bailey's struggling, and also he's not getting any younger, so why not give the young kids some experience as well? Plus, with the quarterbacks, Dantzler, Gladney, Harrison Hand, all rookies. They're all going to take their lumps. Do it. I mean, once Holton Hill comes back from injury, if Mike Hughes comes back from injury, nah. Hey, third-year guys, you're done. You're old. Finito. Play the rookies as much as possible and whatever. I mean, they're going to learn on the job, and it's going to be rough. It's going to be tough, but overall, in the long term, they could be better for it. You need to get these kids some NFL action and build for the future. Also, if they pull together and string together a couple wins, I mean, that experience will be invaluable. It'll bind them together. It'll give them a taste. And then that's all they want going forward is like, oh, we can win together. All of a sudden, we're bonding. All of a sudden, we're communicating. All of a sudden, we, the young guys, the future of the Vikings franchise, have some chemistry. Oh, we get our quarterback. Hey, welcome in Trevor Lawrence or Trey Lance or Justin Fields or Zach Wilson, whatever. Oh, hey, let's go win some ball games because we can do that because we have experience now as opposed to no experience this year. Next year, we're pissing our pants because, that's basically our rookie year. Do you want that? Like, if Zimmer somehow manages to say, do you want that? No, you don't want that. Also, again, what do the Vikings gain by playing Dakota Dozier or Sean Mannion? Nothing. Also, I know the question. What if they're bad? What if they do worse than the vets? What if they're not? And also, don't you think the coaches and the GMs and the scout and the internal scouting department want a little bit of real film on these guys so that they can make an informed decision as opposed to just going off, we don't know if Kyle Hinton's any good because all we have are these sparse practice reps because he's on the 3rd and 4th team. He doesn't get the time of day, as well as this bootleg Washburn all 22 film that was taken from the snack bar. Yeah, that's all we got. No, that's completely silly. Get it out of here. Plus, Zimmer, if you're really trying to save your job, you can spin this as, well, we want to see what these young players have to do. They're going to be part of the future, and there may be some rough patches. We may lose some games, and obviously, Danielle Hunter and the Rona and all that stuff. And I could play these young kids, and I can blame them because I never take responsibility for anything for losing these games, as opposed to me losing these games with my veteran team. Cool, including 3 losses at home. Awesome. So empty the benches, play the young players who have a chance to be part of the future. Let this be the equivalent of the 1989 Cowboys season when rookie quarterback Troy Aikman, as well as young wide receiver Michael Irvin, and the young nucleus, they got their heads kicked in at 1-15, but they learned how to play together. They eventually learned how to win together, and then eventually they took home 3 Jerome Bardys together. So do that up. Play the kids. Get out of the way, Zimmer, or literally get out of the way. Boom. All right, so your thoughts. Playing the young guys. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull us up in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.